It is a great podcast as we are getting closer to football. Thank God football is back, and it is a hot day in South Florida. I am the Greek, always sponsored by Tequila 5112. And, of course, we have Mike. Mike, how are you, buddy?
Well, I'm a pissed-off Yankee fan, but a semi-happy Marlin fan, so however you want to look at it.
Yeah, it's always, you got black, and somebody puts red for you. You went down there, and you told me they broke a record, right?
Interesting weekend. Marlins had over 100,000 people there. It's the biggest in Lone Depot Park history for a three-game series.
That's amazing.
And courtesy of the New York Yankees, too.
And the Yankees don't matter. Whatever their record are, people are going to come out.
It's a combination of the Marlins being relevant this year and playing great baseball, and the Yankees coming into town and dying in South Florida. But, yeah, it was a great weekend down at Lone Depot Park. A lot of people, a lot of Yankee fans, and disappointing on the Yankee side. But for Marlins, yeah, they hold that third spot right now, so let's see if they can finish.
Yeah, they have, how many games are they behind?
No, they're in right now. Ended today. They're in right now.
So there's 6 teams that make the playoffs.
Yep.
And they're in right now.
They are Team 6.
How many wins they got this year?
62 wins.
Oh, so you're over at 74.5 is. I told you that's
folks. That was my lock of the year. Ask him. That was my preseason lock of the year.
You got a little shaky. I said, "Don't worry about it."
Well, I mean, the past couple of weeks have been rough, for the Fish, but the schedule is very difficult. So they go Houston, and then they go out to LA after this. They got to kind of, I would say, at least 4 or 5 games out of this series here to make sure that they stay relevant in the playoff picture for sure.
Yeah, I think they're over. I don't know about the wild card, but I think over they'll be fine.
Made some nice trades. They got a couple power guys in, although I was just having a conversation with our producer, and he disagrees with me.
Yeah.
We both disagree on advanced metrics in today's game, but the Marlins go the opposite. They get some power guys to come in and try to help the team for the second half of the season.
So National League, you would also assume Braves and Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's best team in baseball. That's not really that close. But when you get to the playoffs, in my opinion, it all resets.
And what about American League? Who are you thinking?
That's a toss-up, in my opinion.
Baltimore?
Baltimore's going to be the fun team to watch. Young. The problem with Baltimore is a lot of their guys are young and on pitch count limits, inning limits, pardon me. So as long as that goes, they really don't have a true ace on that team.
And anybody else you see?
Not really. I mean, you want to take it. The Astros are going to be right there. And
of course.
Why not? But I think if the Rangers had DeGrom, they'd be a tough out. They're still playing good baseball, but we'll see. Rays, I think we'll talk about the Rays and kind of the self-inflicted wound that Wander Franco may have himself in. But
he's in a little trouble.
That's just, you know what? Don't even put any time on that. It's just a sick individual. That's actually true.
And MVPs are about done. Yeah.
Otani, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah,
pretty simple. Although also, I guess Olsen can make the argument now.
Yeah, he's got over 100 RBIs.
Yeah, he's it could have been a Yankee, so that disappoints me.
Yeah, but they're going to go with. I wonder what his odds were going in. Otani was.
Otani was probably what? 5-1,
6-1, something like that. But the other guy from Atlanta, because he was coming off an injury, right?
Yeah. Yep. Acuna's been. But the funny thing is, they won a World Series without him.
I know.
And that's why when everybody makes the Aaron Judge argument for the Yankees, I say, listen, the Braves just won without Acuna. And
they might win another World Series without Freeman.
And then they're locked and loaded. But that's just a prime example. They don't take on Freddie Freeman's contract and his age. They get a little bit younger with Matt Olson, and he's been every bit worth it.
It's had a great year.
Yep.
I mean, you just never know.
No doubt.
So preseason football kicked off officially.
Yeah, baby.
Officially. So I know people are jacked up about that. Dolphins took a little beat down. And, fans, no matter what, they always get upset.
Yes, they do.
Even if it's preseason or this or that. And everybody's a GM and everybody's got to do different things. They didn't look good in the red zone. We'll see this week because now with their preseason schedule, 3 weeks, Game 2 is really dress rehearsal.
Yeah, I guess. But the thing is, the past couple of years, teams are kind of splitting what they do, right? So some guys are not playing at all for the whole preseason, or sometimes this is the dress rehearsal right here. Used to be my favorite. Game 3 was always, because then I knew football was really here, but we're here right now. Some guys are playing, some guys aren't. We watched a lot of football over the weekend. Yeah,
I was shocked that Mahomes played.
I'm not.
I was. And at one time he had that scramble up to field, and I'm like, what are you thinking?
But you know what that proves to me? If he needs the work, if he's willing to go out there and play, what's everybody else's excuse?
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I watched him on that one last day against the Raiders, cut up the middle and run, and he sliced. I said, man, if something happens to a preseason, that team is done. We were out last night. You and I talked to a bunch of people and fans who, are tough.
And clueless.
Yeah, and clueless, yeah. And the whole thing is the same stuff, is that a quarterback goes down, that's an elite quarterback, your team's finished.
We just
you
said
get lucky once in a blue moon, a step, a backup steps up, like Foles.
Jeff Hofstadler way back in the day when Phil Simms
you
goes
can come
down.
up with analogies all the time. But for the most part,
You're done. It's a death sentence.
85%, you're finished.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Josh Allen goes down.
That team
Rodgers goes down. Mahomes goes down. Herbert goes down. Yep. Lamar Jackson goes down. Last year we saw it.
Yep.
Prescott goes down.
Same thing.
5-6 teams you can think of right who are in contention.
Correct.
And it's just
doesn't matter who it is.
No,
it really doesn't.
Once in a while you get lucky. Was there anything out of preseason the first week that you were surprised at? Some guys?
No, not really a surprise. I think the young kids struggled, Stroud and the kid from Indianapolis, Richardson.
Yeah.
Richardson not going to be, very much expecting on my end. I don't think he's going to be a very good prospect in the league. I do think C.J. Stroud is going to be very good, and I think he has a higher ceiling than him.
And then Young with Carolina.
Yeah. Bryce Young took a lot of hits, delivered a couple balls. He looked okay.
Yeah.
They got routed by the Jets, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Tim Boyle had a nice day again.
Yeah, and the one thing they're saying is Trey Lance is definitely for the Niners, they look like he's on the trading block. He had a bad series.
Another guy that when they drafted him, I didn't like it either, and that's going to be now 0 for 2 out of North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz and him, 0 for 2.
Yeah, all the trades they made to get him and what they saw, to me, was like they were putting, a box in the water. Like, what are you thinking? They were so excited.
Yeah, they were. But you kind of wonder that if, Shanahan kind of wants to be the star there.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, that QB room doesn't have a superstar.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah.
And, they were kind of unwilling Brady had wanted to go there. They've had a couple talks of other big time quarterbacks wanting to go there, but
Jimmy G definitely, they won with him. They didn't like him.
Nope.
But they won with him.
They won. No doubt about it.
I was like, wow, you're going to bench.
You're more beneficial and higher on the Niners than I am. I'm not high on the Niners this year.
They got a great team.
They have a great team, but that position really dictates a lot of things. Of course,
yeah. If their quarterback doesn't play well, they're going to be problems. Sam Darnold looked good yesterday.
Yep.
He really did. But like we said, he came in so quick in free agency, they had to promise him number 2.
Correct.
And he looked good yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Really did. He did a couple great passes.
Yeah, this will be Sam's third team now.
Yeah.
Bounces from the Jets to Carolina, now over to San Francisco. He gets another offensive voice. He hope that changes for him. He was very good at USC, watched his whole college career.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of USC quarterbacks, I can't wait to watch Caleb Williams week 1.
Oh, yeah, he's a star.
Week from Saturday, he'll be destroying San Jose State.
Oh, yeah, 45-10.
Yeah, that line is, folks, you're going to lay it, just lay it, but hope that they don't take the starters out.
Yeah, we'll have picks all year for you on the Greek podcast, always sponsored by Tequila 5112. Yeah, we'll get to college eventually. There's just so much. The kid, he could do back-to-back.
Yeah, he could.
He really could. There's a couple other guys they talk about, but right now he is the odds favorite.
No doubt about it.
To come back and to do it again.
Yep.
Dallas, your team, but you said their running back just made a move.
Yes, it is. Zeke Elliott is on his way to New England. I think it's a great move for Zeke. It's a great move for the Patriots. And the Cowboys.
And he got good money.
Yeah, he got great money, $6 million for 1 year.
Yeah.
It's a prove-it year for him. I do think he has something left in the tank. This system in New England definitely benefits him more than what he was in Dallas. It's a downhill running style, and he'll fit right in there. In what should be, I think, more of a committee. I don't think he's going to get all the touches, but he'll probably get 15, 20 touches a game.
Yeah, and at his age, he doesn't want them all. You can't run him 30 times a game every week.
No, but he'll be fresh.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing, too, is he's coming in late now, so he's going to miss most of training camp. He's, I doubt, going to play the rest of the preseason. Mm-hmm. Maybe he gets in that third game for like a quick look, but he's going to be geared towards the regular season. And
now, what happens with Jacobs with the Raiders and Thomas with the Colts?
I couldn't tell you. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need Jacobs.
Yeah, they definitely need Jacobs in Vegas, but Jim Irsay in Indianapolis does not seem like he's really.
Oh no, he's drawn a line in the sand.
And I do respect it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And we just talked about it, right? So you lose your running back, season's definitely not over. You lose your quarterback, season's over. So that's why the market, you could clearly see, has changed now to where we're not going to overpay these guys anymore.
No, we're definitely not.
And the thing is, I heard Derrick Henry's very upset, and all these guys are really upset at the running back position. Where else are you going to go play? Mm-hmm. You're still getting paid great money.
Yeah.
So
deal blackjack at the Bellagio.
Yeah,
what do you want me to tell you? Yeah. You're still getting paid $10, $12 million.
Just because that's the market. It is what it is.
It
sucks, but
no matter what. Yeah. I think people are jacked up about obviously people coming back and the NFL coming back. People are betting on preseason. People say you got to be crazy to bet on preseason. I've always done pretty well with it. I like it. I think it's fun.
No bets for me this weekend.
Yeah. Dolphins got a couple of running backs look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fish are going to be we think they're going to be okay, right?
Yeah. I think they'll win 9 games,
a lot
maybe
of questions.
10.
They're going to be very competitive. That division's very tough.
Oh, yeah. Their outside division is the hard thing. Because all the division games are always hard. You play the team twice. Even if they're not good, they get up for you. They know it.
They know you. Exactly right.
They know
so
you.
much familiarity.
Yeah, but I think outside, for the Dolphins and that division, when you got the Chiefs and you got the Raiders, you got the Chargers, you got the Giants, you got Dallas, you got the Eagles. I mean,
Well, you just said it, right? So let's do it right now. So I'll give you, this is how I always go through to figure out over-under for win totals in the NFL. So you got 6 games in the division. How many did they win in the division?
Dolphins?
Yeah. Did they split 3-3?
Yeah, we're 4-2.
So they're going to win. All right, so let's give them 4-2 at the best.
Out of good.
How many other wins non-conference are they going to get? You said 5 wins pretty much.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
I mean, that's probably where they're going to fall. 9-8, 10-7, anywhere in that mark.
It's rare that a team, and this happens to New England and the Jets and the Dolphins this year and the Bills, have to play both teams that were in the Super Bowl.
Correct.
And they're going to play the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So both teams that were in the Super Bowl, you're playing. You can go 0-2 right there.
Yeah, you go 2 right there. So then you're at 5.
You don't know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
they got the Chiefs on the road.
Tough spot, always.
And I think,
I'm not
sure.
You play Kansas City, but
I'm not sure. The Eagles might be on the road too.
Oh, well, those are 2.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are because the Giants are home and Dallas is home.
Correct. Yeah, so that would mean that Philadelphia's on the road, and so with the Redskins.
Yeah.
The Commanders, pardon.
Yeah, and then the Chiefs. So you got 2 of the Super Bowl teams on their home. Yeah, that's tough.
It's a tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is tough. The NFL is jacked up. We're waiting to see if we get sports betting in Florida. It's 50-50 today. There wasn't anything that happened. They were supposed to have some decisions today to see how many lawsuits were coming in. So we'll see what happens like that. If not, you might get the new Qatar app that they have going on, Little Purple Qatar, with the little money sign in between and the guitar, and then you'll be ready to go. Rodgers, Hard Knocks. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He dominated. But he is it.
He is it. People said he loves New York.
Yeah.
The teammates seem to really like him, too. It seems pretty cool.
Yeah, the guys, praise him. And the only other one who got a little pub was Sauce.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was it.
Yeah.
And Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach, and that relationship seems okay right now.
Yeah. Well, I think Zach looked at it and said, hey, I'm true. That's it.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. And he's going to learn a lot now, too.
Yeah, it's like the girls that were in Beyonce, with their group. It's Beyonce, and that's it. It's Rodgers.
Yep.
I think Zach Wilson was driving to practice when he heard Aaron Rodgers' audio, when he said, I might play 3 more years, 4 more years. He's like, oh, God.
Oh, boy. Well,
yeah, because he's got 2. He didn't look good against Saturday. I just don't think Zach's good.
He looked okay week 1 against the Browns, the Hall of Fame game. Did not look good Saturday. Like I said, he's going to learn a lot.
Baker Mayfield did okay.
Yep, that's his spot in Tampa Bay. They pretty much announced him. He'll be the starter in Tampa. That team's interesting. They're not that bad on paper. I looked again yesterday, but that position makes or breaks teams.
Weird division.
Yeah.
You could toss a coin.
Yeah, really on all 4 teams.
Yep, Atlanta, a lot of people are thinking big things for them.
Yep.
They got the rookie at running back.
Carolina's got Bryce Young.
Yep. And Carolina's also, they got Sanders from Philly.
Yep.
And they got the wide receiver from Minnesota.
And they just lost the receiver today that they drafted from LSU, though. Got cut off the field, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Carolina's going to be better. And then what is the quarterback situation in New Orleans?
Oh, I think without a doubt it's Carr.
Derek Carr, yeah.
It's Carr. Yeah, it's definitely
But still, I don't think that's a given.
No.
I just think it's flip a coin. Anybody in that division can win.
Oh, yeah, division. But I mean, as far as Carr, he's starting.
No, correct,
Yeah, they paid him millions. There's no way.
No doubt about it.
He's definitely starting. Yeah, it's any of those 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those divisions where I talked about last year, the West in the NBA, where my friend bet 5,000 on every team.
And he got Sacramento, right?
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, the team who's the longest odds could have a chance to win.
No doubt.
I mean, Carolina definitely could. It's a possibility. Atlanta, obviously the Saints are a favorite, and Tampa.
Yeah, and I think they're all that's on a betting value.
Yeah.
Just pick a team.
And the Packers got Love got a lot of good grades.
Yep,
he did. And you know what? Who knows how to? I still, our good friend Teddy Covers loves the Packers over 7.5.
That's his pick of the year, correct?
And Seattle.
Yeah,
those.
And I love Seattle.
Yeah, he does. Seattle looks like they're tough. They got a lot of. Gino's got a lot of weapons.
A lot of weapons, and he is kind of found his own.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that point now. He bounced around how many times before he finally got to a spot where it's all making sense for him.
Yeah, and I think he said a little bit too. He's putting more preparation into it.
Yep.
He's watching film. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know.
Easy to say.
Yeah, because it goes with the narrative. Hey, I put more time in. I'm practicing.
And there's the results.
Yeah, and there's results. And again, he wasn't sure he was going to get signed by Seattle.
Yep.
So that might have been a narrative for him to sell himself. Like, see, when I practice, and he said other teams he was on, he just knew he was number 2.
Yeah.
But now if he has a year this year and he drops,
There it all goes again.
There it all goes again.
Yeah.
He got paid.
You got paid. There comes a lot of,
Pressure,
and just now it's like, okay, I could breathe.
Yeah, the Rams are not going to challenge.
No,
they're definitely not.
That kid played for Georgia. You know how old he is?
Bennett?
Yeah.
26?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's, in my opinion, it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, they should put a cap on it. That's like years ago.
You can't do that.
With Florida State, Winky.
Yeah.
I think he was 27.
Heisman Trophy winner, Chris Winky.
I think it was 27.
Yeah, that's a joke.
I think it should be 22.
Me too. It's a joke.
That's it. Well, because they keep redshirting these kids.
Correct. And now there's no more rules as far as transfer and everything else.
Oh, yeah. It's Wild, Wild West.
Yep.
It definitely is. We'll see what happens with the Giants and the Jets. Those are the New York teams. Tampa, a lot of people like Jaguars. I
like the Jags, too.
Yeah, everybody does. They came off that great playoff win.
Yep.
And they got a lot of guys.
They have a great coach. Now Ridley comes back. Trevor Lawrence year 2. Jags should be pretty tough in a very weak AFC South.
Oh, yeah. If they don't win, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Tennessee will challenge them a little bit, but there's so many question marks with Indianapolis and Houston's in a total rebuild mode in year one of D'Amico Ryan. So
No.
Jacksonville, check.
Yeah, they definitely should win. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Injuries ruin teams, but as far as on paper right now, Jags are my team. In the
and
AFC
Lawrence
South.
seems to be advancing every year.
Yep.
I think that he's definitely one of the things. But, back to Hard Knocks, it was definitely Rodgers, and he was the guy. And people, he liked it, showed it. And, so I talked about it a lot of times with people I know in sports. It's like my buddy calls me, he lives in Jersey, and Rodgers bought a mansion in Montclair. And he's outside of his house. He's not in a gated community. He's in an area where it's a very high-end area, 5 minutes from my mother, and it's a main drag that the houses are way up on a hill.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing today that you just Google it, it comes up there.
There's his house.
And he's showing me pictures of Rodgers' house. And to me, if I was Rodgers, I'm not living there.
No way. Especially in that city.
Oh, well, he's in Jersey.
That area, pardon me.
He's in Jersey.
Still nutty fans.
Oh, yeah, he's 20 minutes away. Yep. It was in all over the papers. This is where he is. Beautiful house. It's amazing. When I went to go see my mom, we drove by and saw it for sale. It was a house that they knocked down. It was all modern. I remember way back. But it was just years ago when I went to Beverly Hills and I went to hanging out. We went to Ozzy Osbourne's house. Mm-hmm. And it was the same thing. It was up a street.
And you could just go right to it, right?
And and there was no gated. And I was like, how is this not a gated community?
Yeah.
And it was $1 million houses. Yes. And I felt so bad for the people who lived on that street.
No doubt, because you had all these people coming in and out.
Oh, yeah. And this was the height of MTV when he was on the thing. I mean, there was cops up and down, kids playing Frisbee, music.
Yeah, they just want to be around Ozzy's house.
You couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And now, Rodgers, you can't do it because it's a main road. I mean, you're going back and forth, just 45 miles an hour back and forth. But still, to me, I mean, remember when Brady was over at Jeter's house? People were pulling up in a boat and throwing footballs.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying millions. You don't want to deal with that.
Not at all.
No way.
I'm sure it's a beautiful house, but
I mean, and I'm sure Brady in a million years never thought that. He was at Jeter's compound. Yeah. I'm here. You can't get in there because my buddy's down there. He told me, he's like, Jeter's thing was like compound. You couldn't get in there. But you get in there from the water.
And that's it.
And then people just pull up and just toss the
footballs.
Ball,
yeah.
And you're hanging out. You're like, it's such a different world.
We
were growing up, we didn't know where anybody lived.
No.
You didn't know anything.
You didn't have the intel.
Yeah.
Now you can look it up.
Oh, yeah. That's what's crazy about it. You couldn't tell anything. I mean, where they were, what they did. And a lot of the players bring it upon themselves. They're just no different than people. Social media, I'm here, I'm there, whatever.
So you're asking for it.
Yeah, but I mean, that level is so gone.
Correct.
And
everybody's accessible. No, everybody's accessible.
Yeah, I mean, you're just 2 seconds.
Yep.
NBA Hall of Fame, great 4.
Yep, very happy.
Without a doubt, you're talking 4 rings for Parker, Cassell 2, Dirk 1, Wade 3.
Everybody's a win and win. That's probably one of the better classes I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, they really. And Parker was one of those guys too. When he was playing in France, they didn't think he was going to be good at all.
Nope. No, that's.
And he said it. I don't know if you heard his speech. He goes, for all you guys who said I was too small and I was going to suck, he goes, I'm laughing now.
Yeah, yep.
And that's
I love that. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Dirk's
great. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kind of a pioneer for that European basketball player that's now taking over the NBA too.
Yeah, and a different attitude.
Yep, no doubt.
Wants to practice, no drama.
Nope.
He said first day he went to camp, Cuban goes, let's play one-on-one. And he slammed it on him.
And that title they beat the Heat in, that was still very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, the Heat were up 2-0.
Yep.
2-0, but there was the kid, I keep forgetting his name.
JJ Barea.
Yeah, he's the one who beat him. Wade said it on a podcast.
Yep.
He goes, it wasn't Dirk, it wasn't Taylor, it was him who came in and goes, we had no answer.
Nope.
And they didn't.
No, he was everywhere.
He was.
Offensively, yeah, everything.
And obviously, Cassell gets in with 2 rings, and they retired his jersey, which is nice.
Yep.
LeBron's jersey 6. Does he get retired by the Heat?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah. The titles and everything else. I mean, granted, he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, Riley talked about it the other day. I saw him, and he talks about, I was mad at the time and everything like that. But and then the Lakers show is back on Showtime.
Yeah.
Do you watch that?
Yep.
Yeah. They do not make, like last night, they didn't make Riley look good. And I don't know how familiar you are with the Lakers. I was a big Laker fan. Norm Nixon ends up staying 2 more years. And what did you think of that trade? Are you familiar with David Thompson?
No.
Oh, David Thompson was a beast. I mean, great at North Carolina State. Was one of the only people who beat Walton. And he was unbelievable. But it shows you, like, where trades can go at the last minute. And then sort of they feel that Westwood got knifed by Pat. And Riley was really tight with Magic. Now, Westwood coaches 1 more year, and then he goes. And then he goes into oblivion. You don't even hear about him. And then Pat becomes Pat Riley.
Pat Riley, yeah.
That's it. And him and Magic work it out. And then they're on the plane arguing. And then Norm Nixon. And then, oh, man, the tension. And Magic wants to get traded.
Yeah.
And you forget all those stories. I mean, that group won 4 titles. And I think they were in 7 NBA finals.
Oh, what a beast of a group.
Yeah. I remember, though, when they played the Rockets, they showed it last night and lost in a best of 3. Because first round used to be best of 3.
Yep.
And I had the Lakers big that series. I was in Vegas. And in the 80s, that was a bad beat.
Yeah.
Magic came off his knee. Wasn't the same. Him and Jabbar started arguing. And they kept Jabbar throughout, too. There was a lot of rumors they were going to get rid of him down the road.
Yeah.
But they call him Cap, and just good stuff. And then, obviously, as the time goes on with the Lakers, they pick up Byron Scott out of Arizona State. And Worthy.
Yep.
Worthy was one of the best pickups ever.
No doubt.
And they maneuvered to get him. Yep. I mean, and once they got that, but I love that team. I really do. And I just love the way they portray it.
Basketball is definitely not the same anymore. No way.
It's definitely different. But the actors are good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching. I said, man, this guy comes across as Jabbar. How do you think Riley's being portrayed so far?
Well, I mean, Pat Riley, I would say more favorable than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a big smoker.
No, I thought, exactly. Neither did I. But because we only see him in the stands too. But.
Jerry West, they crushed.
Yeah, they Jerry West.
And Jerry West supposedly sued them last year.
Yeah, I believe it.
That he didn't like the way
Jerry seems like a miserable guy. Too. He really does.
Like he lost by himself.
Does not seem like a good guy.
And he doesn't seem like that. His demeanor has been around basketball. He's the emblem.
Yep.
For years.
Logo man.
He seems like a class act.
Yep.
And you see him like just flipping out, smashing trophies.
Sure, he's different.
Like I don't know. Again, they're saying this is off a book, and they didn't get anything from Lakers. But I don't know, man. It's
probably pretty accurate, though. I don't think they would,
And
go
then
that
Magic,
far.
you see the first year he has a problem with a girl and all stuff like that. And then again, how about his wife? How do you think she's portrayed?
Oh,
she can't like that.
No, thanks.
I mean, come on. And then she ends up marrying her.
Yep.
And then you also see with Magic, I mean, Magic fooled around a lot. That's why, he ended up
got in the trouble he got in. Yeah, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. But I like the series.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
I hope it comes back again.
It probably should, right?
Yeah. Again, 1 good year. This is 2. The guy who plays Buzz is great.
Yep.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
And Buzz always had their shirts open.
Yep.
Always had their shirts open.
Yeah.
Now, his daughter became a genius.
Jeannie.
I mean, she ended up taking over everything.
Jeannie and Phil.
She dated Phil. She was in Playboy.
Yep.
But yeah, she's the brains behind. She ended up suing the brothers.
Yeah.
And ended up winning.
Yeah, she's the mastermind behind the Lakers now.
Oh, yeah. She runs it.
Yep.
Messi wins again.
Never loses.
Never loses. Will he ever lose again?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's just amazing.
It is.
It really is.
I mean, it's almost like watching him and you're watching like a high schooler with pro.
Pretty much.
I mean, and they picked up that other guy.
Busquets.
Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, and they sell out. I mean, it is unbelievable. One guy. But the league isn't great.
No, the league is awful.
Yeah, because they said that if it was the other transition, again, I'm not a soccer guy. I'm not going to claim to be.
Yeah.
But they said if it was in Europe, it would never happen.
No.
Because competition's too deep.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares? That's either doing exactly what they wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. They're selling out.
Worth the investment for that.
Oh, how many jerseys do you think they sold?
A ton.
I mean, they had to
Keep coming.
crush it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just...
every game, they probably sell out of jerseys or around it.
Yeah,
new people that are going. Yeah,
it's definitely a win-win for all of them. You does it a Greek podcast, always sponsored by Tequila 5112. We didn't get to this last time, but we're going to get to it today.
Oh boy,
we're going to talk about Phil, Lefty. And the betting.
Yep.
You're not surprised. I'm not surprised. Where do you think any of the rumors are true or not true?
Oh, yeah, everything's true.
Yeah.
All of it. Probably worse, actually.
Yeah, probably worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely an individual. He had one comment that he never bet on the Ryder Cup or tried to.
Yeah, that was scary to me because, and I told you this last night, that to me means he's bet on other things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He just didn't pick up betting.
Correct.
He just didn't pick up betting.
Or all of a sudden say, I'm going to bet sports one day.
Yeah, but the thing with golf is, like we said, it's an individual sport. So if he bets on one player, it's not going to tilt it.
No.
I mean, you're trying your best no matter what or whatever. Now, if he bet to lose.
That's very easy to do for him. He's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, yeah. And then if he wants to bet that over, unders, different things like that.
He could do it.
Yeah,
he
that he could.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure now with, you have all the gambling sites, you could bet on strokes.
Sure.
Different things like that. But yeah, he's the amount of money, they're saying $1 billion in his life.
A lot of money, but again, we say it's all relative to what you have.
Of course.
So the way I saw a tweet, it said, in theory, he's only betting $150 a game for the average person.
Yeah. Which is not a lot.
No. So that means he has that much money.
Yeah, but anytime an athlete bets in any sport, it's big.
Big.
It is. I mean, golf, one of the sports that goes under the mat, we've never heard a problem, but it's big in, obviously, Europe, is tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis, but it's never been a name.
No.
Never been somebody that we knew that you heard, like, oh, can you believe it?
No, but they definitely fire over there.
Oh, yeah. They love betting tennis. And they talk about all the stuff. And never like the big matches. Like when, the tournament started, it could be like a 16 against a 20.
Doesn't matter, they'll hammer it.
Yeah, they're off Wimbledon on the other court that nobody's watching. Yep. But some guy walks in with a briefcase, a Louis briefcase, it just drops.
Boom, here we go.
Yeah, $2 million on it. Yep. It is crazy. It really is. U.S. Open's coming up, which is going to be always a good part of tennis. I always watch that with the NFL in New York, just like you. I was always excited about that.
Yep.
Hip-hop had 50 years, and Jeter was there.
Yes, they did. Jeter was there.
Yeah. Now, does he end up with the Yankees in any capacity?
I hope not.
You don't think so?
Nah.
But do you think you don't want him, or do you think he does?
No, he definitely will.
You think so?
Yeah, that kid, the kid Hal has no spine, so he'll probably cave in.
Oh, what about Manley?
Be the next coach.
You think so? Manager.
Yep. Be next manager. Next manager.
You think that happens?
Yep.
And he goes over back to the Yankees.
In Miami, kind of makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he ended up going back there. It'd be great.
Yeah. Well, the Mattingly part would be cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is, again, you're bringing in a guy who never won.
Yeah.
As great as Don Mattingly was, and I love him as a player, never won.
Yeah.
He was on some really bad teams.
Well, he was on teams that had no pitching.
Correct.
He had offense.
He was a great player.
Oh, yeah. He had Henderson, him, and Winfield.
Yep,
I mean, that was the problem. He said one time in an article I read, he goes, nobody would trade pitchers for us. Because if they knew we got pitchers, we would have
never lost. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he was awesome.
And as soon as he leaves, they win. So it's kind of the thing.
Well, last year he was there, they lost to Seattle.
Yes, they did.
And then they went on to win.
Yeah, they won next year, and he was no longer there. But that will be my guess for the next coach.
Yeah, Mattingly.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think so. I think, like I said, he's paid his dues. He was down here for years.
Wants to be there so bad, too.
Yeah.
He's got no interest in being in Toronto right now.
Yeah. Lorian today came out with something. He slammed Jeter.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, pretty bad.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah. He crushed him.
He's hated everywhere.
Yeah. He crushed him. He said he should never took down a statue. The statue was brutal.
Oh, I puke every time I see that thing walking into the park. I'm like, what is this?
It's on the side of the building.
You know why he likes it? Because his friend fucking built it. I mean, that's
$3
so
million.
bad.
Yeah. What are you going to do with that?
Awful.
It was terrible.
I wouldn't even have it outside. It's hideous.
It looks like an amusement park.
Yeah.
What are we in Seaside, New Jersey?
We need one of those strong winds to just say boom.
Oh, yeah. He's taking dust out there. Yeah. Everything, it didn't work. He wasn't rooting for him. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. Jeter made some crazy moves, couple of the trades, traded guys. He fired a lot of coaches like Tony Perez, Andre Dawson. There were some things that, people looked at.
Two Marlins legends. And I just think the Marlins are better off having both of them out of the way.
Yeah.
Laurie's no longer there. Jeter's no longer there. Team's in a playoff position. Bruce Sherman's very happy. Kim is a very, very underrated GM who made some great
she's
moves.
a woman in a man's game.
She built this team pretty much. She's done a great job.
All right, so before we wrap it up, we're going to talk a little college football. Out of the three down here, Florida State definitely going to have the best season.
Yeah, Noles are primed and ready to go.
They're a dark horse.
They really, really are. The preseason rankings came out today. I think they came in 11th.
Wow.
Might even be lower. I have to check again, but yeah, they're a bet.
Who's won? Georgia, of course?
Yeah.
Alabama?
Bama is number 4.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Who's 2 and 3? Tell me.
Ohio State and then Michigan is 2. Yeah. Michigan's 2.
Yeah. Michigan's got good backs this year.
Yeah, and a very weak schedule again.
Oh, yeah. Well, they all do. Same thing with Georgia's got nothing.
Yeah, they're
talking about South Carolina and they're talking about Tennessee, last game of the year.
South Carolina's going to be an early scare. Spencer Rattler's going to come in there, plays them tough. South Carolina beat Georgia, I believe, 2 years ago at home, too.
The thing with Georgia is we got to see what their quarterback is.
Correct. Carson Beck will take the reins this year from Stetson Bennett.
Yeah. He's good.
He's good, but You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
No.
Bennett also seemed like he got a lot of, like, things just went his way.
Yeah.
I mean, it really did.
Well, when you're 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he just, yeah. But he wasn't a big kid.
No.
He really wasn't. He didn't make mistakes at any age. We talk about it, but he still won. Alabama's big thing is their quarterback.
Yeah, big question mark for the Tide.
Now, Saban bought a house down there. Any rumors he's going to strikes?
$17 million. He'll be smoking a cigar with us over here.
Is he going to be? My buddy goes, is he here for FAU? I go, no, he's not here for FAU. I go, FAU?
It'll be unbelievable.
No. Saban's not buying a house in Jupiter to come to FAU.
No, he says as long as he can coach, he'll be coaching the Tide.
Oh, yeah, he ain't leaving.
No,
he ain't leaving.
too much money.
No, way too much. Yep. And he loves doing it.
Loves doing it. Still
I mean,
highly
I
motivated.
saw that one time 30 for 30 with him and Belichick. He goes, what I do?
Highly motivated individual.
He's no different than any other guy in their 60s.
Correct.
This is what you do your whole life. You're like, what am I going to do?
Yep.
He was wanting to fish.
Yeah, no.
Hunt.
While he likes to do that stuff, it's not his life.
No. But Alabama, I still think will be good. But again, this is the last year for the 4, and they're going to go to 12 playoff. You excited about that?
No.
You don't like that?
I like the original BCS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strength of schedule. Best 2 teams make it. Sorry.
To BCS, though, a couple of years, a lot of teams got screwed. The Canes got screwed one year.
Yep.
They should have won the whole thing, and then Florida outrated them, and that was one of the bad years. They could have actually, that could have been the time they could have won 3 in a row.
Yep.
The Ohio State game, they got screwed.
They definitely got screwed.
And then they got screwed the year that they didn't get in. They were like 3, and then they played Florida in a Sugar Bowl.
In the Peach Bowl.
Crushed them.
Yep.
I remember having the Canes. They just buried them.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm thinking of a different game. They got smoked. That was the end of the Coker era. That was the bad end of the Coker era. Yeah. They did kill Florida in that game, though.
Oh, they crushed them.
The old BCS system was good because I've always thought the best 2 teams made it. Like, for example, last year, right? So TCU beats Michigan. Mm-hmm. TCU is the most undeserving. Listen, they deserve to be there.
Yeah, they won.
No doubt about it. But that was embarrassing.
Well, if you get there and you're playing and it's the format, no matter if it's the NBA, no matter if it's NCAA with 64 teams, you got to get like FAU.
Yep.
The Owls didn't, people look at them like the Owls. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Nobody even knew. It's 64 teams. They get to the Final 4.
Yep.
So, you got to give them credit if they win.
No doubt about it.
It's like a 1 playing 8, like the Bucks this year with the Heaters.
Same
they
thing.
went in, the Heat goes in, beats them, you got to give it to them.
No doubt.
Anything with Lillard, you think? Will it happen or is that dead?
It's probably going to heat up again right before the season. He's coming here.
You do think so?
Yep.
It is a great podcast. Thanks for always listening. You can hear me on Real Radio every day, 92.1 Real Radio, 1230 Gambler. Always thanks, Mike, for doing a great job.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Tequila 5112. Pretty soon we'll have some picks for you. Probably next week. We'll talk about college football, which is
week 0 next week.
Yeah, August 26th. Notre Dame and Navy.
Notre Dame Navy, 20.5.
Woo, 20.5. What do you got? See you next week, everybody. Peace.